right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. We're grinding through. We're waiting for training camp to start. We're waiting for that first preseason game. We will be there with the Jets, against the Jets. Coaches Club seats, we're thinking about doing a giveaway, have an extra ticket, maybe have a subscriber join the game with me, sit in the Coaches Club, go on the field at the end of the game. It's a blast. It's we'll think of a fun contest to do. But you know what? We're going to grind along here until training camp starts, until the news really starts kicking in. But I got a couple things to talk about today. A couple things that are on my mind. I always laugh when I tell people I'm not a news show. I am more of an entertainment show. I give an opinion show for the Giants. So people are like, why aren't you breaking news anymore? Well, hey, there's not a lot of news to break. I always mention my contacts are dying off, literally. And that's not a joke. I wish it was. But you know, we will get back into news breaking mode once we get a little bit closer to the start of training camp. I got a couple people I've been talking to, a couple things, but I wanted to go over a plethora of topics today because I find some interesting and I find some funny. And again, I was on Twitter. I need to stay off Twitter. I need to stay off social media. Adrian Peterson is predicted to go to the Giants. You see all the Twitter sphere and everything else going, Giants predicted to land Peterson. Like it's news. Let me break the news to you guys. It's not news. Jack Brown of the... we got someone telling me I got to get up. It's early in the morning. Jack Brown of the Score is predicting that Adrian Peterson is going to the Giants. He has no knowledge. He has no information. He has nothing. He's just saying that he's predicting it. And you look at the social media and everything else, it's like, Giants are going to get Adrian Peterson. Ugh. Just makes my head hurt. It really does. When I mentioned yesterday the Giants go after Todd Gurley, that was my opinion. Not fact. It's not based in fact. It was just based in the thought process of mine that the Giants should go after and get a running back in case Saquon Barkley can't start the season. Because I'm not sold with the guys that we've picked up, and I would rather give $3 million to Todd Gurley than Booker. People point out, well, Gurley had a bad season. Gurley was having an okay season after going into week 9. He had 9 touchdowns after week 9. He was leading the team in rushing. But the problem was the Falcons were 3-6, so they went into the tank. They moved Gurley to the bench, and they won 1 game after week 9. Plain and simple. It's not that he had a bad season, and I would rather sign a 27-year-old running back than a 36-year-old running back who is chasing Barry Sanders for 4th on the all-time list. He's 450 yards away. He had 604 yards last year with 7 touchdowns. Very similar. But it was a prediction from, what's his name? Let's say it's Jack Brown of the Score. It's not news, guys. It's not breaking news. Fired up today. It's early. I'm like 3rd cup of coffee. Had the bike out already. Oh, it's the summer. And I can't wait for training camp to start. Another thing I liked the other day was there was an article about Patrick Graham. And he's expected to be more creative in 2021. And I would hope he would be, to be honest. You have 2 corners now that could be one of the best corner tandems that the Giants have ever had. I'm not saying they are right now, but it could be. Could it be better than Perry Williams and Elvis Toast Patterson from the 86 team? Probably. When your nickname is Toast, you know you got some problems. Elvis Patterson was Isaac Yiadom before Isaac Yiadom. But with that type of secondary, you are hoping that quarterbacks will be holding on to the ball longer, which you then are hoping that someone like Leonard Williams will have the opportunity to go after and get the sacks. Because we can't have him revert to the king of the almost sack, Leonard Williams, that is. We can't have him go back to that. It's just plain and simple. And I've said this a million times. I think the Giants' defense is no longer going to be a defense of substitution. It's going to be a defense of versatility. That we're going to have a lot of guys that are going to have to play multiple roles and stay on the field at multiple occasions. We can't have people not playing more than 70, 80% of the snaps. Leonard Williams only plays like 75, 76% of the snaps. You had James Bradbury, Blake Martinez, Peppers, Logan Ryan playing almost 100% of the snaps, What we need to do is we need to have people closer to the 80s and the 90s. So offensives cannot key on personnel packages that are on the field at what point in time, because like I said, there is film now on the Giants defense of substitution, so now it'll have to be a defense of versatility. Had an interesting, someone sent me an email, which I found interesting. And I don't think it would ever happen, but I thought it was an interesting topic. The topic was if Daniel Jones tanks in 2021, blows it up. I mean, he's awful, god awful. And we know that he is not the quarterback of the future. This guy asked me, do you think the Giants would go after someone like Andrew Luck? Andrew Luck by then would have been out of the league for 3 years, 31 years old. And I laughed because I thought to myself, Andrew Luck's not coming back. He's not coming to the Giants at 31 years old. He's out of the league for 3 years. Plus, we would have to make a trade, I believe, with Indianapolis. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's on the retired list. I think he's retired. I think he filled this. I think he filled his paperwork and submitted his paperwork to the NFL. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did or he didn't. But I laughed because I thought to myself, well, that's kind of a dumb idea. And then I thought, if the Giants built a team, let's say the offensive line gels in 2021. Let's say Saquon Barkley comes back healthy. Let's see our wide receiver core balls out. Let's say the defense plays like we hope they play, and we were a quarterback away, and we basically lost because of the quarterback. And there's really no one in the draft right now and it's way too early, but it's really no one in the draft right now, quarterback wise, even with our multitude of picks. And I'm like, ooh, I really want him on the Giants, but it's way too early. But then I thought to myself, if Andrew Luck was willing to come back to a situation, let's say it's a playoff-ready team that has the line to protect him and the offensive talent around him and a defense, why wouldn't he want to come to the Giants? Like I said, I'm not saying that he would, but why wouldn't he? I thought that was an interesting proposition. Like I said, I don't think it'll happen. I don't ever see that happening. But I do think that would be an interesting proposition. And like I said, and if they had to trade to the Colts, we would have a multitude of first-round picks to offer, or even one pick to offer for Andrew Luck. But like I said, I don't see it happening. Thank you for the email. I thought that was a great question. But like I said, no, it's not happening. We're stuck with Jones. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, for getting that blinking notifications, that'd be awesome.